What if I told you that the single greatest business decision you would make is to start your business before the biggest economic collapse in history? Sounds like a suicide mission, right? And yet, two people did exactly that, and their business was stronger because of it. This isn't just a history lesson about an insurance company. This is a blueprint for building a business that can withstand any storm. My name is Keith Collins, and I'm a district manager with Farmers Insurance. I'll break down the principles that took this from a borrowed idea to an unshakable empire. Let's rewind to 1928. The world is roaring, the stock market is soaring, and two guys, John C. Tyler and Thomas E. Levy, have an idea. They look at an insurance industry dominated by huge East Coast firms, and they see a massive overlooked opportunity. The big companies believed farmers were high risk. They thought that their rural driving habits and old vehicles made them a bad bet. So they either refused to insure them or charged them ridiculous premiums. Tyler and Levy had a contrarian belief, a belief born from actual observation, not assumption. They believed farmers who drove their vehicles for their livelihood were actually more careful, more responsible. They decided to build a company specifically for them. Hence the name Farmers Automobile Insurance Exchange. But an idea is worthless without execution. They had no money. They had to borrow $150,000, a huge sum back then, just to get the required assets to start. They were all in, underdogs from day one, serving a niche nobody wanted. That's lesson number one. Find the market that everyone is underserving and serve them better than anyone else. Then the world stopped. October 1929, the Great Crash, the start of the Great Depression. Farmers Insurance was barely 18 months old. This should have been the end of the story. Think about it. Banks were failing left and right. People lost everything overnight. For an insurance company, this is the ultimate test. Your entire business model is based on one promise. When things go wrong, we'll be there to indemnify you. But what happens when an insurance company can't? Other insurance companies started failing. They couldn't pay their claims. The ones that held on started issuing something called an IOU. Basically, a piece of paper that said, we know we owe you this money. We don't just have it right now. We'll pay you eventually. Imagine your car is wrecked. You need that money to get to work, to feed your family, and your insurance company hands you a piece of paper that's worth nothing. The trust is broken. The business is a lie. This was the moment of truth for farmers. And this is where the legend was born. Farmers Insurance never, not once, issued an IOU. While the world was crumbling, they paid every legitimate claim in cash on time. How? Wasn't magic, it was discipline. From day one, they built the company on a foundation of prudent, conservative financial management. They collected premiums in advance and invested that money safely. They weren't gambling in the stock market, they were building a fortress. This is lesson number two, and it's the most important one. Integrity is your greatest asset in a crisis. When everyone else's promises are breaking, yours must be made of steel. Their reputation for being the company that actually pays spread like wildfire. They didn't just survive the Great Depression, they grew right through it. Coming out of the Great Depression in World War II, Farmers Insurance had a superpower: trust.
We are farmers, bum 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 bum.
You know that jingle. Your kids know that jingle. It's brilliant. They created the University of Farmers and the character of Professor Burke to project an image of intelligence, expertise, and preparedness. They weren't just selling a policy, they were selling peace of mind from the smartest people in the room. This is lesson number three. Build a brand that is so clear and memorable that it's part of the culture. That foundation of integrity and discipline built in the 1920s is the same foundation that allows the company to withstand modern day catastrophes, hurricanes, wildfires, economic downturns. The challenges change, but the principles remain the same. So let's recap the blueprint. Number one, serve the underserved. Number two, build with unbreakable integrity. Number three, brand with genius. Why am I telling you all this? Because this story isn't over. That same DNA, that same commitment to being there when it matters most is what drives every single farmer's agent today. Becoming a farmer's agency owner isn't just about selling insurance, it's about becoming a pillar in your community. It's about taking the century-old legacy of trust and building your own business on top of it. It's about applying this unbreakable blueprint to create your own success story. The struggles, the grit, the triumph, they're all part of the opportunity. The foundation is already laid. It's the strongest in the business. If this story resonates with you, the story of building something real, something long-lasting, something you can be proud of, you owe it to yourself to learn more. There's a link in the description below. Let's have a conversation about writing your chapter of the farmer story.